Every year on March 14th, the world celebrates a number. Not a historical event, not a famous person, a number. But this number quietly appears everywhere, from the wheels of cars to the motion of planets, from engineering bridges to the mathematics behind the universe itself. It's called pi, and the story behind it is one of humanity's longest intellectual battles. A constant so mysterious that it continues forever without repeating. And that endless decimal is exactly why mathematicians have been fascinated and slightly tormented by it for thousands of years. Why March 14th became Pi Day? Pi Day is celebrated every year on March 14th because the American way of writing the date is 3/14ths, matching the first digits of pi. The modern celebration began in 1988 at the Exploratorium Science Museum in San Francisco. Physicist Larry Shaw organized a playful celebration for the number. There were parades, there were lectures, and most importantly, there was pi, because pi sounds like pie. What started as a small gathering of science enthusiasts slowly spread across schools, universities, and science communities worldwide. Today, Pi Day is a global celebration of mathematics. March 14 also happens to be the birthday of one of history's greatest scientists, Albert Einstein. It's a coincidence that feels almost designed. A day celebrating mathematics, also marking the birth of the physicist who reshaped our understanding of space and time. Long before Pi Day existed, ancient civilizations were already trying to estimate pi. The Babylonians had an approximation. The Egyptians developed one as well. They needed it to measure land, build structures, and calculate areas for agriculture. But the real breakthrough came from the Greek mathematician Archimedes. Instead of measuring circles directly, he used polygons. The story of pi doesn't belong to one civilization. Indian mathematicians made major advances, especially through astronomy. Understanding planetary motion, eclipse cycles, and calendars required extremely precise calculations. These ideas appeared centuries before similar concepts emerged in European calculus. In other words, the search for pi helped shape the mathematical tools that later built modern science. For centuries, mathematicians believed every number could eventually be expressed as a fraction. Pi destroyed that belief. In the 18th century, mathematicians proved that pi is irrational, meaning it can never be written exactly as a fraction. But mathematics went further. In the 19th century, it was proven that pi is transcendental. That means it cannot be the solution of any polynomial equation made from whole numbers. This discovery shattered a 2,000-year-old mathematical dream known as squaring the circle. The problem wasn't difficult. It was impossible. Planets orbit stars. Waves oscillate. Fields spread outward. Objects rotate. Whenever motion curves or repeats in cycles, pi shows up in the equations describing it. In a way, pi is the mathematical fingerprint of circular motion in the universe. Every Pi Day, people attempt something unusual. They memorize thousands of digits of pi. Some have memorized tens of thousands. It has no real practical value. But it demonstrates something remarkable: the human brain's ability to chase patterns and challenges simply for the joy of it. Pi is more than a number. It connects ancient civilizations, modern science, engineering, and the mathematics of the cosmos. From irrigation systems thousands of years ago to spacecraft navigating deep space, the same constant appears again and again. A simple ratio discovered in a circle, yet one that stretches infinitely beyond our ability to write it down. And perhaps that's why humanity still celebrates it. Because sometimes a number reminds us how much there still is to understand about the universe.